I'm Ashley. I'm a sophomore at Cactus Shadows, and I'm 15 years old.
Ashley, how has where you've grown up shaped you as a person?
I think where I've grown up has affected a lot in my life because I feel like we live in such a small area and we only have one high school, so everyone knows each other and everyone knows everything that's going on in everyone's lives, and rumors spread like wildfire, and it's just I think that affects a lot of things.
Do you think your society has changed your mental health in any way?
Yeah, for sure. I think there's a lot of standards where we live, and everyone's trying to be a certain way, and I see it a lot with girls and even with guys and stuff, and trying to be a certain thing that people just think is right. And I think a lot of social media affects that too, and you see so many people just on their phones all the time, and just people not having real conversations. There's people that you talk to over the phone but you've never talked to in your life in person.
Has social media impacted the way that you see yourself?
For sure. I think it creates a lot of insecurities, and just seeing everyone picturing that they have a perfect life. That's why everyone's putting out on social media, is that everything is so great in their lives, but in reality not everyone has a perfect life and is happy all the time. And I think just seeing other people happy can sometimes make you think, why am I not like that? Why am I not always happy like that? But they're really not. And I think that's just such a big thing in people's lives, and it can make them really sad.
How has it made you change your image of yourself?
I think it's changed my image of myself because I try to be a certain way because that's what it seems like people like. People don't like me as much as this person, and it creates a lot of insecurities. I think if I grew up without social media, a lot of things would be different in my life.
What are you insecure about?
There's a lot of things. I'm insecure about the way I look, because I think there's this perfect image that everyone wants to be, but we can't always control it. And there's people comment about things and just make you feel like something's wrong with how you look. And then also people always make you feel like you're not interesting enough or funny enough, or just I just feel like sometimes there's always someone out there that's better to talk to, or you're always second choice.
What makes you feel better?
I do a couple things. I sometimes I try to put my phone down and just get off, stop talking to people and stop going on Instagram and looking at stuff. And I like to do the things that I enjoy doing, singing and playing my guitar.
Oh, mother, it's of your children not to do what I have done.
I think talking to people helps a lot, and I think not enough people talk about what they're going through or what they're feeling, and I think it's really important to talk to someone, anyone.
Have you seen a change in mental health as the society has been changing?
Yeah, I definitely think our society is letting go of the stigmas that were once present. I think we're getting more comfortable with the idea of reaching out for help, needing help, enlisting coaches, therapists, counselors, things like that. I was recently reading on Psychology Today that the new topics, basically of discussion within workplaces is my therapist discussed that I should be doing this, or my counselor said this. So even that sort of conversation is lightening the mood, I think, around therapy and counseling in general. So I think the more that we do that, the more comfortable individuals and clients will feel reaching out for help moving forward.
How have you seen social media affect you and the people around you?
I think for our business, it's been incredibly helpful. I've had a lot of people reach out to me. I run our social media, so I've definitely noticed how we do have a following. People are interested in that. They love the topics, they love the discussions, the skills, things like that. I think when you're not using it for a business, though, it can wreak a lot of havoc. I think it creates a lot of expectations, a lot of assumptions, and then I think most of all, it really creates this like jealousy and envy. I think before, when our world was a little bit smaller, we didn't really know what everyone had, what everyone was doing. But now I'm so able and available to see what everyone is doing. And then that only creates this like fear for me of, is this not enough? Am I not doing enough? On a Saturday, I might just want to like hang out at my house and not do anything. But if I go online, I'm going to see that, friends are at brunch or doing this or that. And then that kind of sucks. Then that kind of creates this idea in our heads, like, should I be doing that? Why am I not doing that? When the reality was, like, I chose this. I chose to be at home. I chose to be by myself. Sometimes we need that solitude. But I think social media created this idea that we need more and we should be more. And that sucks. That feeling really sucks.
How has where you lived throughout your life changed your mental health and different cultures that you've been around?
So I'm about 30. So half of my life I lived in New York and the other half I've been here in Phoenix. I think, one, the change of moving, moving in itself is a very big change in someone's life. Clinically we think about, there are 6 pretty big things that will happen in your life that will seriously affect you and your mental health and the people around you, and moving is one of them. So I'd say that in itself completely changed me. I was living in New York on Long Island. It's basically like a city. We ride the subway, like the train, totally normal. I move out here and there's cactus and dirt everywhere, and it was just a huge culture shock. So I think at a young age it forced me to learn to adjust, which is really challenging. And then as I kind of grew up, I chose to go to NAU for college, which I think was, one of the best decisions I could have made. I think I knew that I wanted to be a part of that culture in Flagstaff, and college gives you the opportunity to change and grow. I wanted an environment that would be really conducive for that. Not that, the other schools that I applied to wouldn't be, but I felt like for myself, Flagstaff was going to be it. It's important that you experiment a lot and kind of find yourself, because you don't get a lot of opportunities in your life to just focus on you. So I think that really helped me kind of figure out who I am and helped propel me to where I am now.